Hi, and welcome to my channel, What's Good on TV. My name is Nicole, and I'm here to give you a short and sweet review of the Belle Collective. The Belle Collective is back, and it is season 5, episode 1, Corrective Dysfunction. All right. I am excited to see the Belle Collective back. I dipped out on the Belle Collective the last season because it went dark. And I do not watch TV for darkness. I watch TV for hee-hees and laughs. And so when I find myself watching a show and I start to feel tense and no, that's not what I watch TV for. I watch TV to have a laugh. And I used to enjoy watching the Belle Collective. So when I saw it came back, I said, I'm a peek my head in and see what's going on. One of the things I noticed is that I don't know, there's something going on with the production, but it looks better. It looks more high end. Some seasons of the Belle Collective look, I don't know, grainy, like it was recorded back in the day. But one of the things I noticed is that it does look better. And so it kind of opens up with a reminder of how bad the last season got, where the ladies had fights fights, not, they had knockdown, drag out, people hold me before I hurt somebody fights at the last reunion. But we now see that it's a new day, and we are catching up with Akeisha. I can never think how to say her name right. Okay, but I do like her. She's one of my favorites on the show. So we see her going into a building. She is wearing a bad pink plaid outfit. She has lost weight. She looks good. We are with her in this new building that's being remodeled, and we learn that this is her new office, and that it is her proposal for Fair Street has been approved. She had already moved back to New Jersey, but once they approved her proposal, she is now back on the scene so that she can bring her dream back to life of bringing business and life back to Fair Street. We see her meet up with So Gucci. So Gucci comes in, and So Gucci looks good too. And they're kind of catching up. Have you talked to so and so? Have you talked to so and so? It boiled down. They ain't really talking to nobody hardly. No one is really kind of reaching out. And so Akeisha is saying, I am going to have a luncheon, a meeting, a corrective. The ladies had a hard time throughout the whole thing trying to get it right too. Where we're going to air the things out and talk about the things. So one of the things that we learned from Soguchi is that she had her peace bond hearing, and she was kind of upset that Tamara and Therese came. She felt a little put out about that, but they did go through with the hearing. And one of the things that I thought was really funny and cute that production did is, Selena act like she cannot say, not Selena, so Gucci act like she can't say Selena's name. So she refers to her as that woman. And when she refers to her as that woman, production has Selena pop up in the corner, and it says that woman equals Selena. And Selena's like, it's cute. It was really cute. So the next person we get to catch up with is Letitia, right? So we see Letitia. I don't know. This is a scene we see a lot on these shows, and I'm about like, but we see her getting out of a nice car. She's all dolled up, blonde wig blowing in that wind, breasts pushed up to the sky, showing a lot of cleavage. And she's going into a house that she is renting out. But it used to be a house that her and Glenn lived in. So now they've decided to stop renting it and to sell it. So they got to do some repairs. And so Glenn is in there not looking competent at all, doing some stuff, trying to get the house ready. And she lets us know in confessional, and her confessional look I did not care for. A couple of the ladies are wearing outfits that kind of come down to the navel, and so it's bare skin. And I don't like it. I don't like it. It don't look good. But I didn't care for her. So Gucci had the same thing on, down to the belly button, bare chest. Don't like it. But she lets us know in confessional that she and Glenn are working on their relationship, that they're good, but not great. And they have paused on their vow renewal. And so Glenn is kind of giving her an update on where they are with the repairs of the house. And he also wants to talk to her about their relationship. And so he is like, hey, I can't work on getting to know the elevated you if you're never really around for me to spend some time with you. And she's kind of like, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you going to get to these lights? Because they kind of flickering in here. And did you work on the fence? Because the last time I saw the fence was falling down. She ain't trying to have the conversation, or she's not trying to have this conversation on the tube. So she kind of moves the conversation along. She even switches it over to the Bells, and she explains that they're going to be having this little luncheon get together to talk about their grievances with each other. We also get to catch up with Latrice, and Latrice, gorgeous, always looks good. We see that Latrice and her husband are opening up a restaurant called Taste, and it looked like it is going to be nice and elevated. She is walking around the property. She's explaining that she has some staff there, and she's explaining that they're going to have some condos above. It looks like it's going to be amazing. Then we see that Selena comes in. I was like, oh Lord, we get Selena. Okay then. So Selena comes in. She has hired Selena to be the bar manager. And I'm like, well done. Well done, Carlos King. Carlos said, I'm going to figure out how to get her on the show. And the show needs Selena. If I had to choose, I would rather have Selena than So Gucci. I really would. There's something So Gucci about as fake as that name. So I would rather have... I'd rather have Selena. I think Selena's going to be more interesting. We remember Selena from when she was back with the show with the dancing dolls. So I think she's going to bring a little something, something. So we catch up with Selena a little bit. So Selena is actually engaged, so she can bring them back to the show. She's been dating somebody for 4 years, and now she's engaged, and we get to see her with her new man. She tells us how they met. They were at a food truck. She wanted to try some sausages. And he got the last one, so he gave it to her, and that's how they met. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. So Letitia discusses with Selena that we're going to be having this here corrective collection. Nobody can get it right. I think it's the corrective collection, correct something, a meeting. And she's kind of, I guess, maybe hesitant about going. And Selena tells her to go. She tells her to go, air out their grievances. She also explains to them that there's a they went to the peace bond, hearing, and basically what they ended up was of a no contact. So her and So Gucci can't be in the same space, basically. And she was funny with it though. She was like, and you know what? I am fine with that. So if I see her, I'm just going to turn around. She did like an about face. We get to catch up with Marie. So Marie still got the finger waves, got the hair, finger wave down. She looks really good. I loved the outfit she had on. It was a 3-piece, dark green, maybe hunter green kind of suit. And it was athleisure wear kind of. So it was like a duster with a green halter top, midriff, and pants. I was like, I like that. She looked really good. So she is at the park playing with the children and having a good time, playing like a kid herself, having a good old time. Her cousins join her, and they're like, hey girl, how you doing? Listen, our other cousin Anita, who ain't here, she is having a birthday party, but they don't know if they want you to come. So Marie is like, what? Bear in mind, these are cousins that she employ. So she's like, let's sit down and talk about it. So Marie is like, why would she not want me to come? Why am I not invited to the party? And the cousins kind of let her know that she's not wanted at the party because Marie makes people feel bad. Imagine that. Marie makes people feel bad. Marie is at odds with people. How could that be? So the cousins tell her that she has a way about her and that she makes them feel bad about themselves, that she, is a little, down the nose with her. And Marie's like, so I make you guys feel bad? You saying I make you all think that I feel like I am better than you? Right? So they don't really go into it. I feel like when you have this kind of conversation, you need to give people examples. You need to say, for example, when you did such and such, or when you say such and such, because Marie don't know what they're talking about. Marie's like, what do I do? I haven't done anything. I'm sorry y'all feel that way. And then in the confessional, Marie is very much like, I don't know why Anita would feel this way. She was a stripper and didn't have any money, was down on her luck, A, B, and Z. And I took her in. I gave her a job. I gave her. And she even says about the other cousins, how long have you worked for me? 15 years. In the confessional, Maria's like, I have led these people to water and I can't make them drink. And it's not my fault if they haven't, had the life they want. I'm thinking, Marie, this is why, Marie, this is why they feel like you are talking down to them. Why they think that you may feel like you are a little bit better than them. So for the cousins who are like, hey, we didn't have no examples of what we're talking about. This confessional, that Marie, if this is how you talk to them when the cameras are not around, if you're saying the things in confessional that you are saying to them, this is what is probably making them feel small, right? Two things could be true, though. Two things could be true. It is possible that, sometimes when people accomplish things, they get the feeling like, well, if I could do it, then you should be able to do it. And if you haven't done it, then there's something wrong with you. That is true. Marie could be in that state of mind. The other thing is, sometimes when people see someone else being successful, it makes them feel a way about themselves. The other person could be doing absolutely nothing, but their mere presence is somehow a conviction or makes them feel bad. So those two things could be true. But Marie, you saying some stuff in that confessional makes me wonder, ma'am, you might be saying some really condescending things to them and making them feel bad about themselves. And it's a sticky position to be in because you are their employer, but you also family. So I don't know, maybe I need to have another conversation. So we finally at the day of the collection. Anyway, we see the ladies, they all arrive, they're dressed to the nines. Everyone's there except for Marie. Marie is, they think she's late, so they go ahead and go on to the back. And so Akeisha is showing them the building and telling them her plans and what she has planned for this area. And as they're walking, I'm like, where are the people in this town? It looks like a ghost town almost. Buildings old, and I was like, y'all need some revitalization around here. So they get down to the area that they're going to have their lunch. At first, it looks like they have to put on hard hats, but then we see them at the tables and they're she set up a nice little luncheon for them behind the building outside in the sunshine. So it looks really pretty. They're all sitting around. And Akeisha explains that this is a chance for them to kind of air out the things that have been a problem so that they can kind of move on in their relationships. And it's very much given, you know what, HR had a meeting with us and said, if y'all want to keep these good checks coming, this good exposure happening, I'm gonna need you to be able to work together for these scenes and to put some stuff aside so we can move on. So one of the things that Akeisha brings up is that Letitia has shared with her that the Latricia and Letitia names kind of throw me for a second. So she says that Latricia has shared with her that Letitia and Glenn had tried to get a woman to slip into her husband's DM and lead her husband astray. And I just feel like that whole exchange, all of that was really weird to me. It was really, I don't know, it was just weird because yes, I have heard of people trying to set up married people. I have heard of that. But the way Akeisha just kind of said it real even-handed, like, yeah, my good friend here told me that y'all have tried to set my husband up and lead my husband astray and maybe mess up my happy home. But she just said a real even-handed, matter of fact, like, yeah, that's what I heard. Didn't even really say if she really even believed it or felt a way about it. But in confessional, she says, she ain't really worried about that, because her husband has respect for her. And so, no, she saw that coming, and devil not today. But that was weird to me how it was just so even-handed, because that would be a whole different conversation for some other people. I'd be like, we can never be friends. No, but she says it kind of even-handed. The other weird part to me was Letitia's response. Letitia was almost like, who said that? Me? I wouldn't do that. No. You know how offended I would be. I would be so mad. I would be mad at Latrice. I'd be like, girl, did you tell her? Because Latrice didn't deny it. Latrice was like, yeah, I said that. Yeah, yes, y'all did that. Y'all said that. I would be so mad. I'd be like, girl, you lying on me. Like, how dare you lie on me and say that I'm the type of person that try to mess up somebody else's marriage? So it was weird to me that she wasn't more mad. Because if I was Letitia, I'd be so mad and offended. What? That'd be a whole nother argument. Where do people like to hold me back? Because I'm mad now. The other weird thing to me about it was even how Latrice responded. Latrice was just kind of like, yeah, I said it. I was like, I would be like, no, don't lie on me. I didn't say that. That's not right. But anyway, she did not respond that way. And I just noticed that my ring light is in my glasses. So I'm gonna take them off. So sorry if that's a distraction. So the other person that get to air their grievance was so Gucci kind of shares how she was upset when she saw that Tambra and Latrice was at her peace bond hearing and that Tambra was there to testify, and she was kind of put out by that, which I don't even understand why. That maybe that's weird because I don't understand why she's upset. First off, you and Tambra wasn't really friends, right? And she wanted to know why she was there, and apparently when she first said it, why she was there at the was she said she was subpoenaed, but you don't get subpoenaed for things like that. But at the luncheon, Tambra is all heated and she's like, but my family friend invited me and said he needed me to testify, and that's why I was there. Really what Tambra should have started with was, I was there because my good friend wanted me to be there, and so I was there. We were not good friends, and so maybe I could have gave you a heads up, but I was there because people that I have a connection with and wanted me to be there asked me to come, so I was there. That's it. I don't know what you're mad about because y'all not friends. And I mean, so Gucci didn't even start with, I thought we were friends, because she know they're not friends. So she was kind of like, well, I was just surprised and hurt that you was there. Why? It's just you want to have something to complain about, so that's what you complained about. So that didn't make any sense. And then, Latrice had a moment to kind of say that she was upset with how they came at her at the reunion about her marriage. And she's like, I don't know why y'all would say those things, ma'am. And Akija tried to say, well, we were concerned. We were concerned about your well-being. There was talk of bruises. I'm thinking, girl, you saw what we saw. So don't act like you don't know why these women were concerned about your well-being, right? But even when she was saying it, it sounded a little shaky. So anyway, they all agreed that they're going to put these things to the side so they can keep on getting this check and this good exposure. And we see them taking pictures and smiling and carrying on. We also get to see later on where Latrice is going to the dentist. And when she is at the dentist, we find out her dentist is Dr. Antoinette Lyles. And we met Dr. Antoinette in the first season when she was a Belle. And they kind of catching up and they're laughing. So I guess she's going to be a friend of. And they show us some flashbacks and kind of remind us of how we kind of liked them, how they were good friends. And one of the things that we also find out is that that Miss Dr. Lyles is still a little huffy because Letitia had accused her of maybe flirting with her husband or trying to get her husband. And she's like, I am still mad about that. Don't nobody want Glenn. Don't nobody want Glenn, especially after how we saw Glenn treat you bad. Who's signing up for that treatment? So, yeah. So she's like, listen, I'm not going to come around too much because when I'm with y'all, I don't make money. But Latrice said, well, will you have my back if I need you? And she said, yeah, I'm not going to leave you hanging. So now we learn that we're going to see Dr. Lyles in some of the episodes. And, they have funny shade. So I think it's going to be good. So I'm excited. I'm here for it. I'm going to give it a chance. You done brought back Dr. Lyles. You done brought back Selena. I am here for it to see what happens with the Bells. So thank you so much for hanging in there. I hope that you enjoy this review. If you have been here, please give it a like. It means a lot to me. It helps the people down at the YouTube know I'm here. And I hope to see you soon. Take care.